What are some things that you can do to increase your chances of getting into the nursing program? Let's talk about it. The first thing that you can do is consider applying to a nursing program that is miles away from your home. So you may set up a radius, say 30 miles out, 50 miles out. Just consider those things because the further you go out, the school may change their criteria. For example, for me, the schools near me had criteria that were lottery-like. There was one university near me that actually had criteria. However, even if you had a 4.0, that program was so saturated that you might not get in. So there were other factors that they were considering. Now, there were programs at a junior college over here, or community colleges over here, that were doing a lottery, again, because this area is so saturated with applicants. So I decided to go further out, 50 miles out, or 30 miles out, give or take, and found a school that was still using criteria of your GPA and your grades, but was less saturated because that town is smaller. So that is something that I consider doing. Number 2, cast a wide net. Like I mentioned before, there are multiple schools that I had looked at. So you want to cast a wide net. Don't just apply at one school. Even though that's your number one school, if getting into nursing is your thing and you don't want to have to wait years for an acceptance or possibility of an acceptance, then I would cast a wide net. Apply everywhere. Send out applications to multiple schools, as many as you can. Number 3, consider applying at a for-profit school. This may cost you a lot of money, and let me tell you, I wouldn't do this, but some people are really desperate to get in because they have waited 5 years for an acceptance from the schools that they actually want to go to. 5 years or more. And I understand how painful that can be when you just want to get in and you want to start and you want to get into this career, get in and get out. So if you're willing to pay 60 to 100K for this diploma, go ahead and do that if you are pressed for time and just getting frustrated with denials. Number 4, you could consider moving to go with the point that I last made. If you do not want to consider a for-profit school and it's just not in your budget, you don't want to come out with a lot of debt, go ahead and consider moving to another area if that is something that you can do, something that's feasible for you. Think about those things. Now, number 5, I would consider not just applying for registered nursing. I would not just consider applying to a registered nursing program. Consider applying to a LPN or LVN program as well, because that is still getting your foot into the pathway of RN if you so choose to. The LVNs and LPNs are still nurses. They are just licensed to do a little bit, some things that are a little bit different. So they cannot do IVs, for one. So I will make another video on the differences between them. But if you're just wanting to go get into nursing and have that opportunity to go down the pathway of registered nursing later, LPN and LVN are great places to start. You can get into an RN program at a later time. We had LPNs or LVNs, interchangeable, depending on your area, come into our registered nursing program about the 3rd semester, in the middle of the 3rd semester. So you are able to do that bridge when you become an LVN, and if you decide you want registered nursing is the pathway for you. So just keep that in mind. And I do believe the applications for that program are a little bit less of impacted depending on the school that you're trying to get into. When I was well into my registered nursing program, I got a call from a junior college within my area that said that I was conditionally accepted, of course, pending all of the shots and immunizations that I needed to take and you know, proving I wasn't a felon, all of those things. And I did contemplate going into that LVN program because it was quite a trek to get to my registered nursing program. My registered nursing program was about 45 minutes to an hour away from where I live. But I decided not to. Ironically enough, the woman that I was carpooling with also tried to get into that program and applied. And in the first semester as well, she also got a conditional approval for the spring semester for the LVN program. So just increase your chances and decide based on your own life, based on what's going on in your life. Decide there. Number 6, when we talk about grades, consider while you're doing your prerequisites, consider taking a look at your transcript. Some of these classes you may have already taken, but don't just accept that grade, especially if it's not an A. Look at your school's policies because some schools allow you to go back and retake that class. That's what I did for about 2 of my classes in my prerequisites because I was trying to give myself the best chances possible to get into the nursing program. I went back and I retook that class. Now, some of you might be pressed for time. Try to look at the fast track classes offered by your junior college and see if you can take that class online in a condensed time. So it would be 3 months instead of the regular semester, the regular course of the semester. So consider going back to retake any classes where you received a B and below, depending on your school's policy, because some of these schools allow you to go back and retake those classes if you've gotten a B or below. So just look that up and give yourself the best chances of getting in by getting a 4.0 in all classes. And again, depending on the school you're trying to apply to, it won't even matter if you have a 4.0. They're going to consider other things, which might include experience in the field. So if you're a CNA, your school may accept that as extra points to getting into the program if you already have a 4.0. Hopefully these tips have helped you, and I hope that you do get into the registered program of your dreams. Again, it's not uncommon that you would have to wait more than a semester or more than a year to finally get that acceptance from the school that you want to go to. So just consider other things and consider other ways to get into the program. Good luck to you. Prayers for all of you on getting into the nursing program and pursuing your dreams. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, share, do all the things, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.